Hey guys, something a bit different today. I'm going to be showing you guys, if any of you guys have heard of the N64 RGB mod. This video is basically just to show you a bit of difference between the standard N64 and if you have the RGB mod done. As you know, my usual setup is that green N64. It's a custom Zoki 64 Zelda console I had painted up, and that one has now been RGB modded by my friend Luke Playster. Now what he's done, you can get these RGB boards that go onto the circuit board of the console, and what that does is it basically makes it the best graphics you can possibly get from an N64. The Japanese and the Americans, their ones are already running with RGB, but in the UK and Europe we got gypped out. So that's why this mod is worth doing, or you can decide that after my video on the difference. So I'm hoping my camera will pick up the difference, and you can make your decision based on that. Now the RGB boards are around £30, I think, £39. They come from Australia. They're really hard to put onto a console, but if you're lucky enough, like me, to have a friend that can do it, by all means get it done. So at the moment I've got this, that's my standard N64. That is just a run-of-the-mill, no modifications, bulk standard N64. And as I said earlier, this is my Zelda one with the RGB mod. So excuse the cables, guys, I've got to do it like that just to show you, because also to run this at its full potential, I'm using a it's a GameCube RGB cable. They're quite expensive. They range from around £40 up on eBay, but that's the cable you need to get the best picture from the RGB. So again, that's more money. But on this console, I'm just using a run-of-the-mill Nintendo SCART cable. So right, let's get into it. I've got F0X in there. Put that on. First thing you notice is the logo, and generally the graphics picture aren't too bad. The camera's probably making it look a bit better than what it actually is, but you can get an idea of graphics. I mean, if you look at the number 28 now at the top, the position, you can see it's all sort of pixelated, not very sharp. The colours are generally pixelated, and they're a bit fuzzy. That's what you tend to get on a modern TV with the N64. So yeah, that's it running standard. I don't know if I can. I've got the tripod on the camera, but let's see what else we can get. Generally, it just looks, I don't know, kind of like blurry, the writing and stuff, but nothing too drastic. But anyway, let's put the camera down, and then I'll see if I can switch it over. So bear with me. Okay, same game. Now, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but everything is a lot sharper. There's no fuzzing of the graphics. The writing looks more HD. You can see the number there. It's all the outline and that is everything's how it should exactly look. I can't really show you the cable. It's just quite a thick sort of rounded GameCube cable, but yeah, there's quite a bit of difference. If I just press start to see what we get. So there we go. Like, to me, I can notice it straight away. The writing's a lot sharper, colours are better. So yeah, it's definitely a mod I would recommend getting done. Some people can just cope with crappy picture, but I'm quite snobby when it comes to how it looks. And when you're playing a game, ideally you want it as good as you can get it. So otherwise, what's the point? So let's see what we can get. I'm trying to do this one-handed. I'm doing terrible, but not bad for one-handed. Again, it's just a demonstration of how good the N64 can look on a modern TV with the right cables and modifications. Some people buy Japanese or American consoles for the same thing, but then you're limited to what games you can play and stuff like that. So personally, I'd rather play my PAL games and have it on a modded console. So anyway, I'll finish the video there. If you've got any questions, be sure just to leave a comment. I'll try and get back to them. But yeah, definitely a mod I'd recommend. Cheers.